wanted to know the population of a semi-feudal, multiracial, bandit-ridden fictional medieval realm, well, that's an awfully specific request. But coincidentally, you're in luck, cause me too. The world of Skyrim is tremendously diverse, with orcs living next to wizards, living next to normal humans, which also have races. Did I mention there's fucking dragons? As you can imagine, to count this horrible hodgepodge of smacked together magic gobbledygook, the first thing I have to do is to make some rules about what to count as the actual population. Usually I count anything vaguely human, so orcs, elves, Voldemort's gang, the International Furry Convention, as long as it can vaguely be considered alive and has the general shape of a human, I'll put it on the list. The only thing that even with the wildest mental gymnastics does not make the cut are skeletons and ghosts. The latter because they're, well, dead, and the former because I'm pretty sure they're held together by not much more than a magical spell. Which, if you put it in another way, would be kind of like a collection of sticks and leaves deciding to somehow become a sentient living bee. Okay, these things are vaguely humanoid. I'll count them. I'll still not add the skeletons to the population, because they're dead. And what is dead should fucking stay dead. Then now over to the matter of how to count the population. Normally I would count the population mainly by swooshing around the map at Mach 6 and counting all the houses I can find. Use some maybe accurate population data and estimate the population that way. But this is Skyrim, motherfucker. Every goddamn house can be entered. And every person in the town and village has a name and, you know, just permanently lives there. Or so I thought, until I took a little break at some point through the counting process, which may or may not have been towards the end, by killing some guards for fun. And guess what? They respawn. Ow, fuck. Making them not permanent. God damn it! Well, throw counting attempt 1 in the fucking ocean. But then I had a big brain thought. There's been a counting method I'd wanted to use for ages. That's counting beds. Small problem with that, not every bed is used. So what, you can just go around at night and count whatever beds are being used, right? Right? No, because guards. So, counting houses it is. So that's 2 problems dealt with. But there is another. Okay, that sounded way too Palpatine-y. There is another. Whilst there's certainly a lot of different towns and cities to count in the traditional way, you know what Skyrim has a hell of a lot more of? Undeveloped wasteland. And just like this random group of nice gentlemen chilling inside an old fort, most people outside towns are not so nice. And it's these many small collections of spread out assholes that I do not exactly know how best to count. Cause let me tell you a little secret, people out here respawn too. Which is a problem, certainly, considering there's no fucking houses here to bind them to. And what do we do with problems we don't know how to fix? That's right, children, we hide them for later. Hey, look what was hiding behind them. It's those normal towns and cities I was talking about before. Let's start with the towns. Now, it would be an understatement to say that these are small. Heck, some of them are just 3 houses and an inn. In total, there's 7 towns. They're mostly undefended collections of houses. I say mostly because, of course, there's 2 towns that have to break the rules. These are Riverside and Helgen. Although, this doesn't really matter though, because Helgen got torched. Fucking losers. Now I don't have to count you at all. And then we have the great defenses of Riverwood, which can be overcome by the great feat of walking around them. In total, the towns of Riverwood, Invarstead, Shorestone, Dragonbridge, Rorikstead, and this place I'm not going to pronounce, contain 20 inhabited houses, and other buildings containing 12 beds. Which I will be counting as 1 bed equaling 1 person, because I don't think I have a more accurate option for this relatively small category. By the way, for the population that lives in 1 house, I'm using the fantasy medieval demographics that state an average of 3 people per household from the Medieval Demographics Made Easy guide, which seems oddly appropriate for this exact situation. That makes for 72 people. And whilst these people seem to live cozy lives, you'll probably not catch me living in any of their villages, due to some mild security concerns I have with living in a straw house that is located a 5-minute walk from a horde of angry raiders. So if you truly want to feel safe, like me, a city, that's where it's at. In total, there are 9 of them, and because just going over them and telling you some fun facts about every single one of them's gonna probably take forever and be brutally boring, I will now put on my best salesman's voice. Just imagine you're some rich merchant or a important person. In which of these 9 cities do you want to settle down? First up, we've got the fortress city of Markarth. This baby is located on the edge of the map, nestled in a beautiful valley. This pure palace of safety is a great option for anyone looking for nothing short but the best protection money can buy. Behind its meters thick, cold and motionless stone, you'll find the caring warmth of the city's residents, with whom you'll be sharing many hours, I'm sure, in this one-of-a-kind, unique, communal sleeping arrangement. God damn, that's taxing on my voice. Let's at least try another one. In case you're not so much of a social butterfly, perhaps the city of Whiterun is more to your liking. Still fully walled, the spacious homes dotted throughout this beautiful city will give you all the privacy you deserve. And with its central location, it's a real adventurous dream, as you will be at every corner of Skyrim in no time. Okay, I think that's all the salesman I've got in me. Let's go back to my normal voice. If that, for some reason, isn't enough privacy for you, I have the northern city of Winterhold. Located at the end of a long and scarcely traveled road, this city is perfect for the true hermits among us. Of course, because of that road, but also because, most of it fell into the sea. Beachfront property! Moving down south, we have the beautiful lake city of Riften. A perfect fit for any nature lover with a magnificent forest right beside it. It's also located in one of the most peaceful regions in all of Skyrim. Also, I live here, so you can have any house as long as it's not Honeyside. That's mine, bitches. If you want to make a lot of money as a trader, the capital city of Solitude might be something for you. Don't let the name fool you, because this city has the largest fleet of trading vessels in all of Skyrim, ensuring there's always plenty of gold to be made. And of course, you can stash it all away safely behind the thick walls protecting your spacious home. If you're looking for that really authentic village feeling, I recommend buying some property in Falkreath. This commune-style city might be lightly defended, but it's in the middle of a forest. I mean, surely nobody is gonna find you there, right? Then, for the real warriors among us, we have the Viking-like city of Dawnstar. This city is the perfect home for every up-and-coming dragonborn looking for some dragons to slay. Then this is the swamp city of Morthal. It's in a swamp. And last but not least, the largest permanently frozen city of Skyrim, Windhelm. This city was built with one demographic in mind and one demographic only. Those people that still wear shorts in the winter even though it's fucking -2 degrees outside. To them I say, come right in. Whew, that's all 9 cities counted. Let's take a little breather and see where we stand so far. Currently, we're at a total of 80 houses. When combining them with the beds, we come to a total of 455 people for the civilized part of Skyrim. But I'm afraid, no matter how many there are, they can't save me from my inevitable fate. It's now time for the rest. The wasteland. So, when deciding how to do this part of the map, I had a little meeting with myself. Just like in the cities, the countryside of Skyrim contains NPCs that respawn, mainly the ones you encounter randomly when traveling. But unlike in the cities, what the countryside does not have a lot of is houses. Actually, not anywhere near enough for even a part of the people living out here to fit inside of them. So counting houses can at most be part of the solution. So after a lengthy wall staring session, I came to the conclusion I had no other choice but to default back on the less accurate option from earlier, and decided to comb through every single last scrap of land to get the most accurate count possible. Mind you, I'm me, so I'll probably miss some people, but I'll go through the whole map and I'll count every last single humanoid I come across. I mean, it's a game from 2011, the map can't be that big, right? Right? The map was indeed that goddamn big. From the steppes to the highlands, and from the forests to the place where you freeze your balls off, it appears there was not a single mountain left untouched by the space-saving hands of the developers. Now that wouldn't be so bad, if at least every other hill wouldn't have a castle or dungeon with a tunnel set bigger than those in fucking Gaza underneath. And then I haven't even begun about the hidden cities yet. They're fucking massive. But at least these people were contained, which makes this part of my job almost easy. This just takes a long time. It was counting a map's worth of respawnable interactions with drunkards, thieves, bastards and more bastards that really took a lot of time. And also probably contributed to making the final total a bit less accurate than I would have wanted. So if you want a figure that is as accurate as you can get, I recommend taking the 427 people from all of the towns and villages and adding to that total the 32 houses I found outside of them. This way you'll have the total population of civilized people that live inside of Skyrim, or a figure that will probably correspond best with the internal records of the Empire. But hey, I know why you're here. Not to get some wishy-washy beautiful result. It's to get the naked and honest brutal truth.
Wow!
So after triangulating the position of every POI in existence, using this handy dandy map website I have been using throughout the video, I came to the total population of 531 people living outside the fabric of civilization. That makes for 1,081 people, or more likely anywhere from around 1,000 to 1,100 people for the population of Skyrim. And holy diggity dog! That took a long time to count and make. Besides restarting the civilized count twice, I also rewrote this script twice before finally being satisfied with it. So yeah. Oh, and in the middle of counting, I may or may not have given myself a slight Skyrim addiction. Cause damn, this game's fun and monstrously detailed. From Riften, I once went on a quest I needed to do to get some house there. Discovered there was a whole ass Hogwarts hidden up north. And oops, 20 hours just passed by like that. And even after all that, I'm still not perfectly happy with how it turned out. I mean, the video's fine, but I mean the count. For example, I thought halfway through counting the non-city areas, how cool it would be to count all the species separately. Of course, I would have had to do everything again at that point, and I didn't quite wanna do that to myself, so I didn't. Or somehow look at Imperial versus Stormcloak and see how their army strengths compare or something like that. By the way, for the record, every bit of counting took place at the beginning, the very beginning of the story. That may be important to mention. So yeah, for the next video, hopefully it takes a little bit less time to release. Speaking about that, I want to involve you guys a bit more in making some decisions on what I release next for the channel. Because I've come to the conclusion that looking through comments and noting down the 1001st game a person would like to see on my list of population series videos to make doesn't make that much sense. So that's why I'm calling on my good friend Democracy, and I'm gonna put out a poll for the next video with a couple of ideas to see which one you like the most, which should be out by the time you're watching this video in the community tab. A few options are more population videos, but I also have an idea for a non-gaming related video, still population related, but going over interesting population changes in the real world that happened throughout history and their effects. And for the population videos, I'll also put whether I have ever played the game in question, which might impact the amount of interesting stuff I'll be able to tell about the game in the video. And by the way, don't be hesitant to make your voices heard, cause chances are you'll not have that much competition. Cause realistically speaking, who the fuck is still watching this video at this point? So your vote matters quite a lot. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this little journey through Skyrim, and whatever it may become, hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.